I'm happy, Bob. Happy.
Hey guys, so I've been busy dog sitting this weekend, and I thought, what better time to whittle down my backlog a bit. So with my free time, I decided to watch a show my friends have been begging me to see, The Eminence in Shadow. This is just going to be a super unscripted vid. I'm away from my setup right now, but I just really wanted to talk to you guys about this show. This might be a new format I do for the channel, so let me know if you guys like it. So, The Eminence in Shadow. This show is absolutely brilliant. It's an isekai, and I know that word may immediately bring some of you to disgust, but get this. The Eminence in Shadow is about a guy who wants to be the Eminence in Shadow. What is the Eminence in Shadow? The Eminence in Shadow is the concept of a background character that's really strong, but nobody ever pays attention to. It's an isekai about a guy who wants to be an isekai background character. Basically, his life goal is to be Sakata from Dandadan. The thing is, Sid, his name is Sid by the way, wants to be the Eminence in Shadow before he even learned that an isekai world exists. For most of his life, he was just a normal kid who referred to his classmates as character tropes like he was in an episode of Cinema Sins. He min-maxed his real-life existence as a junior high student so that he could be the Eminence in Shadow IRL. Then he learns that there's a fantasy world he can be a real anime character in. So he goes and he kills himself so that he can be reborn in a world full of magic. It's like the funniest isekai idea ever. An isekai protagonist who doesn't want to be an isekai protagonist. Now, I'm not that far in right now. I'm making this video in haste because I don't want my obsession with the series to end before I get this video out. But for all the episodes I've seen so far, this premise is really funny. He tries so hard to blend into the background that he's not even the main character in his own show. He barely even appears in the opening. This world is full of isekai tropes and fan service, and he's nowhere around to enjoy it. Like, the most horrible shit ever will be happening on screen. A deep, dark, twisted plot will be unfolding in this world. And none of it involves Sid. He's just not there until the very end when night falls and he goes, I have to be the Eminence in Shadow, and then he solves everything immediately. And the world just keeps on progressing. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. He just lies about shit all the time to make himself look cool. And somehow everything goes his way. He's right all the time and earns the respect of all these people because he is the Eminence in Shadow. Dude, he picks the dumbest people in school to be his friends and fakes liking them so that he can keep up the facade that he's a loser. Like, the extent that he goes to for this obsession is so hilarious to me. See, the thing is that it works. When he actually shows up in Aura Farms, he is genuinely really cool. And I can't stand having to admit that, because I know what he does throughout the rest of the show. He spent a combined like 30 years of his life organizing and faking his relationships with people to fulfill a character trope that doesn't matter. He doesn't deserve any respect from me at all, but it's like, it's impossible to not think that he's cool. That's what's so smart about this show, genuinely. Like, it's a perfect little breakdown of how we as the audience view this archetype of character. Think of the kind of character Sid represents in anime. He represents the performative, edgy lives these people need to live in order to maintain aura status. And despite us knowing that, Sid is still cool somehow. It made me retrospective, like, is this all it takes to make an anime character enjoyable for me? Just a coolness factor? I think it speaks to the greater idea of how many viewers have abandoned a desire for greater story depth in trade for only seeing anime as an avenue for cool animation and character designs. Sid is the window into how stupid the lives of these people must be in order to keep up this kind of persona. And yet, with that knowledge in mind, I'm still unable to stop myself from idolizing him and wanting to be as cool as he is. It speaks to me on a greater scale. I think of The Price by Niccolo Machiavelli, and its lesson on the ideas of virtue. The longer that we as a society praise these performative fake people, the more it devalues real genuine connections. To succeed by faking your own persona is to win at life, but to lose your soul. Sid is the ultimate guy who...
I will continue striving to be the Eminence in shadow.
There's a scene later on where the most popular and beautiful woman in school asks him to be her boyfriend, and he turns her down because he worries that kind of relationship won't let him be the Eminence in shadow anymore. You made it up! This is a fake thing! If you need a good laugh, please consider checking this show out. For once, it's not an isekai that I'm laughing because of how bad it is. There's really no irony here. I'm having the time of my life laughing at how genuinely hilarious this show's writing is. When Sid talks about all the things that he deprives himself of just so he can be this made-up character trope, it's so funny. Like, okay, I was just about to end the video, but again, I want to ask, why? Why is this his goal? What does being the Eminence in shadow mean for him? He could just be strong and important normally. That's the best part. Nobody is stopping him from becoming a top-ranked student. He gets nothing out of this except to be edgy. His lifelong goal is to be a nobody. He flunks his tests, he gets himself beat up, he purposefully loses bets so that he can be embarrassing. Like, why? I assume it's meant to be stupid, like it's totally meant to be ironic, right? I hope I'm not looking too deep into it. Do you think there are any hardcore Eminence in Shadow fans out there who are mad at me for laughing at this? I don't know, maybe. Anyways, solo leveling is bad. Okay, the quota's over. Bye.